So the third very important high priority topic is percentages, profit loss, simple interest and compound interest. This question has appeared in 2010. Yeah, two numbers x and y are respectively 20% and 28% less than the third number z. By what percent is the number y less than x? Yeah, well, we need to be very careful over there. By what percent is the number y less than number x?
Teacher.
So with respect to x, we have to check. Yeah, can anybody who can explain this? Explanation is here. Can anybody who can solve it and tell me the answer? Please be interactive. There's nothing wrong. You attempt, and if it is wrong also, there's no problem. But please try to attempt it. It's a basic class 11, class 7 question. There are two numbers. Let that number z be. So in terms of number z, if you want to express x and y, how much was x less than z? 20%. 20%. Right. So z minus 20z by 100. 20 by 100 into z is 20z by 100. So that means, like if this was 100, that would be 80, isn't it? So it is 80z by 100. Now coming to number y. Number y was 28% less than number z. So yeah, how much will that be? Z minus 28 by 100 z. Means it will be 72 z by 100. Very means the place where you will go wrong is, this is with respect to number x. He has asked us to find out what percentage with respect to x. So with respect to x, so this would be your number x would be in the denominator. How much is it less? The difference between number x and number y is 8z by 100, right? So 8z by 100 divided by 80z by 100. This is percentage, right? So that would be 10%. Into 100 is, you're making it into percentage. So that would be 10%. Is it clear? Yeah. Next. Difference between simple interest from two banks on rupees 500 for 2 years is 2 rupees 50 paisa. What is the difference between their rates? Let the rate of interest by first bank be R1 and the second bank be R2. What we need to be understanding here is both of them are simple interest, right? So simple interest, the formula is P into T into R by 100, PTR by 100. What is the principal? 500. Yes, and let it be the first bank's rate of interest be R1 and the number of years is 2. So 500 into R1 into 2 by 100 minus the second bank. Yeah, we will assume that R1 is the bank with greater rate of interest. 500 into R2 into 2 by 100. 2 years, no? R2 into 2 by 100. The difference is 2.5, right? So you can take 500 into 2 by 100. You can take it as common. Send it to the right hand side. Yeah, you get R1 minus R2 is nothing but 1 by 4. 1 by 4 is nothing but in decimals it is 0.25. So the rate of difference between the two banks is 0.25%. Is it clear, children? Yeah, this appeared in 2010. Now, so coming to the percentages, this I think so you can note down. So we can do class 7, chapter 8 and class 8, chapter 8 for percentages from the NCERT textbook. Little twisted and a bit higher standard questions will be there, but this would definitely help you to do it. Please make a note of it, solve these 2 chapters, and in the next class we will be discussing about it. Now, there are few other topics also which you need to take up. Compound interest, few things we have already done it, but these problems, this document I will be sharing with all of you. You can definitely go through these these related questions also. So concepts of market price and successive discounts. Where does this, what is this market price? Have you come across? Market price, students? Whenever there is any, festival season, you say there is a sale. There is a sale with 50% discount. Yes. So what does the shopkeeper do? He fixes the price much higher than what he wants to sell at, so that he will get a profit. And then on that market price, he would give you a discount. Yeah. Suppose if 100 rupees is the price, he would give a discount of 20%. Means 20 rupees less. He would give it to you for 80 rupees itself. He would have bought it at 50 rupees. Yeah. He would have, his cost price would have been 50 rupees. He will increase it to 100 rupees and then give a discount in a safe way, so that even after giving discount, he would be at profit only. Yeah. So these kind of questions we will be doing again. We will also be doing it. Then this one, product consistency. Most of the cases, this is what happens in our middle class households also. Whenever there is a price rise in a particular commodity, what happens? We try to consume that quantity, that commodity, we will try to consume it little lesser, right? Suppose if the price of the sugar is high, yeah, we try to reduce the consumption, so that our total budget is not much affected with it. Suppose the onions prices has increased, we will try to reduce the consumption, so that our expenditure will not exceed. Now, let us go to another high priority topic, ratio and proportion. This, I think so, you would have, this is also a very you must have learned it at a very young age itself. You have two kinds of, in variations you have two kinds of variations. You can say that you also call it as a direct variation and indirect variation. Can anyone give examples for a direct? Any one simple example for direct? You can call it direct proportion and inverse proportion also. How are two things inversely proportional to each other, directly proportional to each other? One simple example. Anyone can give? Something in the chat box? No.
When x is to y, then it is called direct proportional.
X is
X is to y, the proportional to each other, x and y. Then it is called direct proportional.
Can you give one simple example? If I purchase,
If I buy 2 pen for 50 rupees,
yes,
it will cost us 100 rupees for 4 pen.
yes.
Then what is the value of x and y?
What is the value of x and y? Okay. Now here, something they have put up. Men and wages. Very good. So if you want to, this is a good example, Kirtana. We have, with the more articles we are purchasing, the cost would be more, right? So Sai Krishna has given one more example, men and the wages, right? The men and wages would be directly proportional. You are trying to take more and more yeah, men for work, then your wages also will be increasing. But if you are employing for the same work, if you want to complete it, suppose you have planned it for 10 days, but due to some emergency, you had to finish it within 5 days. So what you do, you try to increase the number of men so that you can complete the task in the given time, isn't it? That will become an inverse proportion. Inversely proportional to each other, directly proportional and inversely proportional. Inversely proportional means when one value is increasing, the other value decreases. So in inverse variation, what do? You always multiply the two. What you do in inverse one, you will say x into y is constant, right? Whereas in direct variation, what do? The ratio is the, yeah, as she has told, the x by y will be constant. This will be a direct variation. And in inverse variation, x into y is constant, right? So let us try to solve these questions. Simple ones. Everybody should be able to do it. If 15 pumps of equal capacity can fill a tank in 7 days, then how many extra pumps will be required to fill the tank in 5 days? I want the total thing to be filled up in 5 days. So is it directly proportional or inversely proportional? Yeah, is it directly proportional or inversely proportional?